Hansworth St, Mulgrave, house where great-grandmother was murdered for sale. A Mulgrave house where an 80-year-old woman was stabbed to death before the killer sat down and ate a meal from her fridge is for sale. A Mulgrave house where an 80-year-old woman was stabbed to death before the killer sat down and ate a meal from her fridge is for sale. The property at 143 Hansworth St has been completely renovated by new owners since the chilling murder of great-grandmother Dora Sipovic 10 years ago. Now, its realestate.com.au page describes it as one of Mulgrave's best and recently completely redesigned to new. Barry Plant, Monash, Director Mitch Palmer refused to discuss the listing with the Herald Sunday. "It's not something it'd be making people aware of, and it's not something I'm aware of. We're just interested in getting the property sold for our clients," he said. Related: grandmother stabbed to death. Related: changes could force Victorian real estate agents to reveal if property a murder scene. The sale brings Victoria's consumer property laws, currently under review, into the spotlight. Real estate agents are only required to disclose information, such as whether they are aware a property had been the scene of a murder or other serious crime, if asked directly. There is no onus on the property's owner to let their agent know. New South Wales agents are required to disclose material facts including violent crimes which could impact a property's value. Minister for Consumer Affairs Marlene Carras said details of the review into Victoria's laws would be released in the coming months. "Buying a home is a huge decision and people have the right to know if the property has a controversial or criminal history," she said. The options paper covering this issue will be released in the coming months. The four-bedroom Hansworth St house is set to go to auction on Saturday, February 11th. Immediately after the 2007 murder, Springvale Southman Kuong Hai Pham turned himself into police wearing clothes taken from Ms. Sipovic's house. He was found not guilty on the ground of mental impairment and committed to custody at the Thomas Impling Hospital for a nominal period of 25 years. The Brighton East home of slain gangland figure Mario Condello, a Collingwood terrace where Suzanne Armstrong and Susan Bartlett were stabbed to death in 1977, and the property, where interior designer Stuart Rattle was murdered, have had mixed results on the market. Condello was gunned down in front of his lavish North Road home in 2006. That five-bedroom property with a pool on 804 SQM sold for $1.5 million in 2010. Meanwhile, the Easy Street Terrace, where Ms. Armstrong and Ms. Bartlett were killed, sold for $571,000 in August 2011, according to CoreLogic. Related: Victoria's disclosure rules allow agents to keep houses brutal past secret from buyers. Related: Stuart Rattle's former home and shopfront sold for $2.05 million. It was the first time the property had been sold since the murder of the two friends. The property where acclaimed interior designer Stuart Rattle was murdered by partner Michael O'Neill sold for $2.05 million at auction in 2015, having no trouble, according to the agent. The price was $150,000 higher than the top end of their price range of $1.8 to $1.9 million. Thompson Malvern auctioneer John Charters said at the time the home's history had not affected the sale price. The dwelling was badly damaged in the fire O'Neill lit to cover his tracks after killing his partner of 16 years, who he had hit on the head with a saucepan and strangled with a dog lead. 5 days passed while O'Neill pretended his partner was alive before lighting the fire. The home had been restored to the state it was in before the crime, Mr. Charters said in 2015. In March last year, the Terry Cress, Wimbledon Heights house where Rachel Betts was dismembered by John Leslie Coombs in 2009 sold for $230,000 after a lengthy stint for sale. Scott.Carbines@news.com.au